nice to see all your smiling mugs.
Yay, Karisa.
I think we'd have a lottery drawing here, yeah. Okay, well, I guess we'll get going. Is there anyone waiting for somebody in particular that we should wait a little longer for? It's going to be part of the presentation? No. Okay, my name's Laura Galley. I'm the Vice Commodore, and welcome to the first meeting of 2021 of OWSA. And we have a good meeting tonight and looking forward to lots of sharing. Oh, I like your look, Linda. Give me a smile there.
That's great.
Okay, first I'll go over the calendar dates for February. We have the meeting, our general meetings tonight, and we have naughty drinks on this Friday, February 12th from 6:30 to 7:15. We have the board meeting as on the 22nd, Monday. Our sailing basics, basic 5-week course is starting on February 20th. We've had 8 people sign up, which has been really welcoming and made us very happy. There's been hard work going behind the scenes to develop that program, teaching sailing on Zoom. Lots of creativity, lots of good ideas. So that sailing basics will also go on the 23rd and then continue into February for a couple weeks. Tonight we will have a few presentations. Our first announcements. Melissa, I think Melissa, I'll put you in right before the race talk, okay, to talk about Boast. Is that okay? So Katie is, are you here?
Well, her code is
merchandise.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I wanted to point out the coat and the burgee and the hat. Can you see the hat?
Yeah.
The hat and the vest. So I have these to deliver, so I will connect with people that ordered it. Robin Smith, I have your gear, and everybody else that's online, thumbs up, yes. Oh, Mishko, I have your these, so burgees. Yeah, I have everybody's stuff. So I wanted to note that we have more stuff if you want stuff. So look online for your stuff. And if there are any questions, email me or text me or whatever, and I'll work on getting them to you whenever and however you want after the snowstorm. So stay safe, and that's my announcements. Thanks.
Oh, thanks a lot, Katie. And Chancey just wanted to talk about the ISC.
Yeah, hello everybody. It's great to see everybody tonight. As the Rear Commodore, I have the opportunity to coordinate the ISC scholarship program, and it's such an awesome program that OWSA offers. And so I've been working with Stefan and Lily at Island Sailing Club. Originally, because COVID, the 2 ladies that received the scholarship last year in 2020 were not able to participate just because of all of the happenings and the events of COVID. We decided to roll those scholarships over from 2020 to 2021, which sounded good, but the ladies that were awarded the scholarship last year opted out. They just because of the COVID and where we're at with the pandemic, that they just weren't still comfortable taking advantage. Taking advantage of the scholarship. So as you saw in the newsletter that just went out at the beginning of February, we opened up those scholarships for members who've been a member for at least a year, volunteering in different roles, to apply for those scholarships. So actually I got an application today. I'm very excited. And those applications are open until February 20th. It's the same cutoff as Boast. And we're hoping to award those scholarships yet this year. So if anybody's interested, definitely check it out. Check out our website. I am going to make a few more updates that Lily and Stefan had suggested on our website. Those are not up yet. but would love to have ladies apply for that so we could extend those scholarships to some of our OWSA members.
Thank you, Chancey, and I'm sorry I didn't introduce you. It's moving from
We all know
Commodore,
who she is.
moving from Commodore to Rear Commodore. And Katie, who did the merchandising, is our marketing director, and also has fundraising and merchandising under her too. So the next speaker would be Melissa to talk about Boast. And Melissa is doing a dual role right now as the Wednesday night chair, as well as the webmaster. No, not true.
The Boast chair and
Boast
the
chair.
webmaster, not that Wednesday night sale thing. No, no,
Oh,
no.
I'm sorry.
No. Okay, guys, I have a little experiment. You guys ready? I want everybody to close your eyes. Okay, we're going to use our imagination. It's 75 degrees outside. You're out on the water on a sailboat. The waves are gently splashing up on the sides of the boat. Jen, close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. Can you see it? Can you hear the birds? Okay. The wind comes up. You can feel it on your face, maybe in your hair. With a quiet grace, you can feel the boat start to surge ahead underneath you. Sends some tingling up to the bottom of your feet. The water past the hull makes a nice, pleasant noise. Can you feel the pull on the tiller? Where are you going to go? You're in charge. Okay, everybody open your eyes. Boast. Boast is a unique program offered by OWSA. We put you on a boat with 3 other ladies, and you learn things like how to start an outboard, what to do when your outboard won't start, what to do when you run aground, how to sail and actually get somewhere instead of just going across the river like this. What to do in an emergency when you fall off the boat. It'll happen. You can go on an adventure. You can go out for the weekend. You can do it just for the day. All I ask is that you show up and you don't take your clothes off on camera, Robin. You show up and you take care of the boat like it's your own. That's it. That's all I ask of you. You'll have mentors. You'll have people there to support you. All of us that have been around, not that any of us have been around, but all of us that have been around for a while, will show you what it means to own your own boat. All you got to do is apply. I have received 5. Count them. 5 applications, guys. I need at least 12 to keep the program running. So please go to the website under opportunities and apply. That's it. I'm done.
And if they need to get in touch with you, go to boast@owsa.net.
Or webmaster@owsa.net. I answered either one.
Okay, thanks, Melissa. That's great. Okay, so then Stephanie is our race captain, and this meeting will be on racing, and it's a really nice presentation by a number of people. So if that's okay, is there anything else anyone wanted to say?
Oh, I was gonna say you got 20 more minutes.
Oh, I have 20 more minutes. Okay. Anybody have any other announcements they want to make that haven't been made?
Well, I just wanted to show everybody my groovy shirt. That's why I took my sweater off.
Ooh,
It's a OWSA shirt.
love
There you
that
go.
color.
Yeah.
Nice.
That looks great.
That's beautiful.
Here's the other one.
Can I add, if you love that color, there's a medium vest that's rose color and a large vest that's rose color. Vest meaning no sleeves. And then that would sell out of the rose colored vest. We also have 2 black medium vests and a couple of white ones in every color because white doesn't sell as well. And then if you want long sleeve fleece, not the vest, but long sleeve, we have purple large and black medium, and that sells out of that.
And to answer the question about the boats, yes, still 2 Rangers and a Santana.
Okay. And Michiko has a shirt on too.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that looks great. Which color was that?
This is blue.
Nice. Yeah.
And I think they do run a bit large, so just keep that in mind.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Hey, Laura.
Okay. Well,
Laura,
yeah.
since you have 20 minutes, I don't see Robin or Bevan on the phone. And so I just wanted to share that they have been working on Wednesday night sale. What does the program look like this year? We've been doing a little training on the system. Is it going to be similar to last year, or kind of maybe some sort of blend between our traditional Wednesday night sale program and the boat bubble we did last year? So sounds like they're going to have an announcement in the March newsletter, and they're going to try and kick it off on schedule right after Memorial Day. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah, keep your eyes out for that.
Yeah, thanks for that, Chancey.
Yeah. Oh, there's Robin right there.
And just a call out to anyone who wants to volunteer. The webmaster position is open. I'm just holding on to it until somebody steps up. Please step up. Please.
Yeah, and Robin Vandeveer, I just see her online there now. She is our Wednesday night sale chair, Wednesday night sale coordinating that program. So welcome, Robin.
Well, thank you, Chancey. I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you. I will be in touch, as Chancey said, next month.
Great. Thanks, Robin.
All right.
Okay, Stephanie, I think it's up to you now.
All righty. Well, how's everybody doing tonight? We're all glad to be here, kind of kicking off our year here with OWSA, and we're gonna kind of just talk about racing. There's a lot of different ways to get involved. We're gonna discuss, and you'll probably hear it several more times tonight, but the racing is it's an opportunity to really continue your skills, to enhance your skills, to get out there, and it's a reason to have more time on the water, and that's how you improve. So anyway, I'm going to introduce myself. I know many of you already know me and probably already heard my story, but my name's Stephanie Walker. I am the race captain for OWSA this year and last year, even though last year kind of fell flat, like it did for a lot of reasons. We had to cancel the race clinic because of COVID. So, boy, things just built up in my head, and we put together a crew of women that are all going to be talking to you tonight, that are part of just trying to make everything as good as possible for this upcoming race clinic. So I'm going to talk to you about the race clinic at the end. So anyway, I learned to sail. I took an ASA class down in the Caribbean. I came back, I joined OWSA, and I started racing in 2014. It was on an OWSA boat. And what was the name of that boat, Robin Smith? It was Vela. Anyway,
Yes.
Sue Holtorf and Robin took Jan and I under their wing, and we raced Vela, which was a for God's sakes, Ranger 20. So we were in the Ranger 20 fleet, and anyway, that was everybody knowing Robin and Susan. That was a pretty wild ride for some brand new beginning sailors. So after that, I raced on La Dolce Vita in the Sailing on Sunday series for the remainder of 2014. I dove right into it. In 2015, I bought my boat Wildheart. That's a 30-foot Hunter. But as far as the racing scene, I didn't quite have the guts to unwean myself from Scott Stevenson, who was my mentor and, took me around like a little puppy dog everywhere, teaching me everything, a lot of stuff that I know today. And so anyway, I had continued with racing with Scott through 2015. And so finally in 2016, I started racing on my own, got out there. I have served as the Cisco cruising fleet captain for 2018 and 2019. The cruising fleet is it's just one of the fleets within, like a Ranger 20, a Merit 25, things like that. And I've also been involved in the Columbia River Sailing Association, which that is strictly a cruising group. I'm a past Commodore and still remain active in that group. And the most thing I'm most proud of is last year, Jan and I took Wild Heart across the Columbia River Bar. So we're just diving
Nice.
forward and moving on. So anyway, so before we kind of get into our program, I just want to talk briefly about the COVID-19 and the pandemic, and just want to assure everybody out there that's, considering taking a class, that OWSA has taken this pandemic very seriously. And everybody has put in place guidelines to keep everybody safe. And so, as well as our local racing community, OSCA and Cisco. OSCA is our umbrella organization over all racing on the river. And so anyway, they've put up a lot of safety guidelines that we're going to have to follow, when we're racing. And Cisco's going to take a pretty tight stance this year on trying to enforce those safety guidelines. So just, we're not talking about all this stuff, just to let everybody know that things are going to be done, in the correct way to keep everybody safe. So, okay, so let's get moving. So Christine, I think you have a poll for us that we need to take first thing tonight.
I do.
Awesome. If we could have that right now. So everybody, we're just going to put out a little poll there. You'll see it on your screen here soon. Go ahead and answer that, and we'll get some results. Just make your choice and hit submit.
Love it.
And once it looks like, Christine, you got everybody's response or whatever, go ahead and throw the results up there.
All right. 8, I think we're just about almost there.
No problem.
Need 2 more.
I do like your hairdo.
You do? I worked on it really hard.
All right, we've got 31 of 33 and someone just joined. So I think I feel pretty safe.
Okay.
Giving the results. So the winner is number 1. Yes, for sure. I can't wait.
You're kidding. No, that's great. Awesome.
You can display that though.
Yeah, can you display the result?
Yeah, you can display it.
How do I display it?
That's always
if it's too big of a deal, we can just skip it.
Here, let me.
Or the next one. The next one you can display.
Why don't we do that? Okay, so moving on. So the first presenter that's going to talk this evening, Kathleen Winterling. Oh, here's our poll results. Okay. Okay, and so some of those, I still have some questions. Just make sure, write them down. You can write it in chat. We are going to have a little time at the end, or you're more than welcome to email. There's lots of, racing@owsa.net. And anyway, we'll get your questions answered. All right, so Kathleen Winterling, she is part of our racing board this year. And she joined OWSA in 2018 and immediately jumped into racing. She raced on the Dewdrop Inn during the Sailing on Sunday series. In her effort to learn everything she could about sailing and racing, she joined the OWSA Boast program. And in the spring, she was assigned to Estrella Del Mar, a Cal 29. She and her teammates got busy learning all they could about diesel engines, replacing fuel filters, and polishing fuel. Later, Kathleen joined Team Wildheart as crew, where she began as a trimmer and moved into the foredeck. In 2019, she served on the board of directors of OWSA as fundraiser, where she raised thousands of dollars through grants and donations. Thank you, Kathleen. And anyway, she has achieved her goal of becoming a boat owner. Recently, she's purchased a Catalina 250 in 2020. What she enjoys the most is the combination of artistry and science that sailing requires. So, Kathleen, why don't you jump in and take it away?
Well, hello, everybody. So happy to see so many familiar and fun faces and some new faces here I don't recognize. So I just want to say hi and welcome. And I want to discuss just a couple things. First of all, I just wanted to go over what I have found to be some of the benefits of sailing and what you might enjoy about participating in the upcoming racing clinic. And then I'm going to go over some events that are going to be happening, and then also how to find opportunities for racing. So that being said, the benefits of racing. One of the things I find most about racing a sailboat is the teamwork that goes into it and is required to effectively race. The crew and the captain kind of have to act in unison. And I've read, and I thought this was a really good analogy. Imagine 3 people driving a car where one person is steering, one person is accelerating, and then one person is on the brakes. So that unity and that unison is required, and the teamwork that comes about as a part of racing is pretty remarkable. It also helps improve communication skills. And I know on our boat, very often, there's very quick and accurate communication that's needed. So listening is super important. It's kind of the key for communication. It improves your speaking skills, how to use proper terms in boating. And just that connection between the speaker and the listening builds a rapport that goes a long way in racing. I would also say it deepens and solidifies our knowledge. And we learn nautical terms and their meanings. And in racing, you have to respond very quickly sometimes. And it helps to improve your instincts almost. And also especially I find when we race in the winter, you sail in all kinds of weather. So this is going to improve not only your racing skills, but also it's going to translate really well into, your cruising skills. Next, I would say sportsmanship is one of the big benefits you learn from racing. And while ultimately, it's every boat's goal to win the race, sailing is unique in that normally other sports, you have a referee or an umpire who enforces the rules. But in racing, the competitors themselves enforce their own rules. So it really requires good sportsmanship to know when to maybe make your turn if you hit the mark, to kind of self-regulate yourself. And then lastly, the physical and mental benefits I think that come from learning to race. I know it sounds funny, but a lot of times you're pulling, trimming, hoisting sails, and it really does build muscles. You race in a competitive setting, so there's a lot going on, and that helps with endurance. And even the boat moving side to side in every which way helps build agility. And for me, one of the things I especially like is the rhythmic movement of the water, the sounds of the splashing waves. It's a great distressor as well. So these are some of the reasons, I think you might really enjoy getting involved in racing. So with that said, there are some events coming up, and I'm going to share my screen at this point and go through some racing events that you can find. Now, you're going to find these on Sale PDX, and I'm going to share my screen here for a second. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Okay. So you can find a lot of the racing events on salepdx.org. And that's highlighted up in the left-hand corner there. And then if you go to the events calendar, which is circled, you'll click down to racing. And once you go to racing, it'll pull up a calendar. And these are just some of the events that I wanted to go through quickly. So on February 16th, Cisco has their fleet night. And I understand the guest speaker is going to be Carrie Poe. Is that right, Steph?
Yep.
Okay. And this is just a way that Cisco kind of kicks off the 2021 racing season. You'll get to meet other members. I think they elect a fleet captain, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, sometimes the fleet captains are already assigned, but yeah, it's kind of just a get together for the different fleets. And Greg Bryden's going to be going over a lot of information about this upcoming year, so it's definitely a good one to attend.
Great. And then on the 27th, we have the OCSA Race Management Clinic. And that's a free workshop that focuses on like course options and factoring wind strength, fleet traffic issues, timing, lots of great advice.
Uh-oh, where'd she go?
Hey, Kathleen, if you can hear us, your screen has frozen. You might have to log back on or so. Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
I don't know where it went out, but the 27th, did you hear about that or? Okay. Okay, and then next in March, we have March 13th, which is the Dave Perry webinar. And he's quite a little rock star in the sailing world, it looks like, and serves on some, I think some, sorry, the dogs are barking, as an advisor on the Olympic Committee and on the America's Cup on rule enforcement and things of that nature. And he's going to go over racing rules that have changed for the year, 2021 through 2024. And then we have, in April, we have the Cisco Race Clinic, which again is going to talk a lot about the upcoming racing season and the topics. And then on the 20th and the 22nd, the spring series begins. And if you're a Tuesday, there's Tuesday night and Thursday night as racing options. And it depends what night you sail based on your fleet, what fleet you're in. So, and then we just want to look at real quick some racing opportunities. And this you can find if you go to OWSA's website at owsa.net, which is highlighted in that top left-hand corner. And under opportunities, you go to racing. And this is going to list all the opportunities for racing. We have the beer can races, which are very casual, kind of informal, fun, social races where there's no committee boat, but a lot of fun and a lot of, a very good way to learn, to get started in racing, I think. You have Sail on Sundays, which is October through mid-March. And I think I learned the most in Sail on Sunday series. I think that the weather is always so different, that it's always throwing new things at us. And I learned so much. And if you're new to racing and want to get involved and find it difficult to get on a boat, this is a great opportunity to start looking, because a lot of people might not enjoy sailing in the cold conditions. So some openings, I think, open up on cruise. So just an FYI for new racers. Then we have Cisco, the Cisco series, and that is the more serious of the racing events. And those are the Tuesday and Thursday night races. Island Sailing Club has Monday night races, and you can find out more about that by going to Island Sailing Club, and just local sponsor individual races. And at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Colleen Lasavita, I believe is how you pronounce her name, and she's going to talk about On Your Mark.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This is Colleen. I am participating in the On Your Mark program, which is a 501(c) that is set up to help promote racing for women. I learned about it through the general meeting, the same general meeting last year. This year, due to COVID restrictions, we can't take any more participants. We currently have 3, but I guess this is kind of a recruiting pitch for 2022. The boat is a Martin 242. It is just lovely to sail, especially in like lighter winds. The On Your Mark board provides excellent racing instruction. And we also have on the water experience with a person who's willing to go out with us, and we learn so much from that person as well. I found it to be a really great experience. The boat is our responsibility. We have to look after it and do the care that needs to be done for it. We're currently doing the Sailing on Sunday series, which, like Kathleen said, is very interesting and different weather conditions every time we go out. It's also a more casual race, so that's good for me, at least, starting out. So I've learned a real lot participating in that. So I guess the only other thing I can say about it is that, take a look at the application online. Hopefully, things will get better, and we might be able to take a 4th on once the COVID stuff eases up a little bit this summer. But hopefully it'll be, more up and running for 2022, and they can take more people on the boat for learning how to race. It's been a great experience for me. I can't say enough positive stuff about it. Thanks very much.
Great. Well, thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Colleen. Appreciate that. So
You're welcome.
yeah, all that stuff for On Your Mark is under the on the OWSA website, under the opportunities. You can go down, and there's some links there that'll take you to that's going to take you to the application, things like that. But I just want to give a big shout out to Karen Anderson and Edie Felix and Nicole Soroy, who are the owners board members.
And Jan.
And Jan. Oh, Jan's on the board too. Shout out, Jan. Who else
There
have I
you go.
missed? Anyway, it's just another great opportunity that every woman sailor appreciates. So thank you so much for having this as another opportunity to get women out racing. It's really, really good deal to do. So all right, and then so just remember, if you want to find out any more specific details about the events that Kathleen showed you on the calendar, just go take a closer look, and down at the bottom of all those boxes, it's got a little thing that says details, and that'll give you all the details. Occasionally there's some of these events that you need to register for, and it just might be sending in an email, but just look in the details on everything, and that should tell you everything you need to know. So all right, I think we're ready for another poll question, Christine.
Hey, Steph, before you go.
Yes, Shancy. Yeah.
Jane, do you have a question?
Yeah, I do. It's all Greek to me, what you're talking about. It sounds like if you're on a fleet, this is information for folks who are on a fleet, and then they can find out where they can go with their fleet to race. Or-
No, there's several different fleets that race in the Cisco series.
And how to get on a fleet.
You gotta, yeah, there's Melissa. That's actually probably a pretty good segue. Melissa's going to talk about, there's several different ways that you can try to get involved yourself. And Melissa, why don't you talk about just what you're going to talk about, and then there's also maybe just mention the Cell PDX, which I think Amber's going to cover. But Jane, just hang tight with us. We're going to do some more explaining, and we'll definitely clear anything up for you at the end. Okay. All right. Thanks for the question. Okay. So yeah, let me move us along here. So OWSA has a new I don't know, call it a device or a way that you can try to get yourself involved. It's called Crew Finder. So anyway, I'm going to introduce the next member of our board, which, yeah, Melissa's wearing many, many hats this year, but she loves racing, so she had to jump in and help us out. So she started racing in 2014 with OWSA. She was on a J24. And since then, she's gone on to secure a regular position on Wild Heart. And she's also raced on other boats such as La Dolce Vita and Molika as backup. And Melissa now owns her own Catalina Capri 22. So, okay, Melissa, take it away.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see if I can do this properly. Let's see, share computer sound. This one, share. Okay, let's see if I can find my video. Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. You guys ready?
What are you doing here, Mel?
Okay, what this is, if I can, how do I minimize this? Oh, I can't. Okay. Can I move this? Hang on. Ah, there we go. Okay. What I'm going to do is I did a little video to explain how our new Crew Finder works. It's on the OWSA.net website. I just want to preface my little video by saying this is not where we're going to match you. Okay. You're going to have to reach out or respond to an email. Okay. So here we go. We have a new feature on our OWSA.net website. It is called a Crew Finder. Anyone with a valid account will have access to this feature. Navigate to OWSA.net, click on the Login button. Enter your email address and password, and once your system logs in, you will be taken to the member portal. On the top upper right corner of the member portal, you will see Crew Available and Crew Wanted. If you are a boat owner and you would like to advertise for crew, feel free to come in here and place an ad. You click on Crew Wanted, you can see this is my boat. Now, guys, I'm not really looking for crew. I just put it in here so we would have a boat to look at. So if you click on this boat, you will see that it is a crew to race, crew for training on the weekends, and it is the vessel Wind Squirrel. You can then send a message to the skipper of Wind Squirrel and click send. It is up to the skippers to get back to you. We are not matching crew. If you would like to be listed as available crew, you can click on Crew Available. Let's scroll down through here and oh, look, there's me. You click on the details of the person you see, and it will tell you a little bit about that person. It's got my name, my age, which I will be taking out of there later, my picture, what I am available to do and when I added my information, again, what I am available to do and when, and what my interests are. I can then reach out and say, hey, would you like to be crew on my boat? And click send. That is the Crew Finder. Again, please know we are not matching anyone. This is just a way for you to get your name out there and allow everyone everyone on our website to know that you are looking to do some sailing. Okay, that is that. Do you guys have any questions? No? Okay.
Yeah, I have a question. That's a crew wanted or a crew available for racing or for just sailing anytime or?
It can be any. What you'll do is you'll go into the website, you will update your preferences on your login, and then you can go in and look at crew available and put your name in there, and then people will reach out to you. Amber's going to talk about another way to get on a couple lists that will let other skippers that aren't in OWSA reach out to you as well.
All right. So you good there, Melissa?
Yep.
All right. Well, let's just keep going. Let's see. We are going to let Nianta Bell talk for a little bit. So Nianta is our next member that is on the racing board this year. Nianta fell in love with racing as a child. She grew up on her father's lightning sailboat on Fern Ridge Reservoir, which is out of Eugene. As a young adult, she began racing lasers, which are 14-foot, single-person, one-sail planing boats. She quit racing for many years and concentrated on raising her family and taking them cruising on the sailboat in Canada, sometimes for a month at a time. 7 years ago, she put her name on a list on the Sail PDX website, which is what Amber's going to be talking about here shortly, and was fortunate enough to get a call for a crew on a 36-foot Hunter, which she raced on for 3 years. She now cruises on an Albin 26-foot boat, enjoys racing on the Columbia, and still learns new things every time she goes out. She says racing's excellent fun and an exciting way to hone your skills. And isn't that true? Isn't that true, Nianta?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
It is.
So yeah, I'm so excited about the race clinic going on again this year and hoping we can work with, COVID and all that stuff. We've got ways around that and to keep everybody safe. But anyway, I am the skipper vetter for OWSA. So that means if you are maybe more experienced and you actually want to race a boat, whether it's a Boast boat or whatever, you need to be vetted through OWSA so that we know that everybody's safe, and that all the skippers are following the guidelines for OWSA to keep the crew safe and any of our OWSA women that might be crewing for them safe. So anyway, all this can be found on the OWSA website if you are interested in being a skipper. So that's kind of what some of that they're showing you now, right? You guys can see that?
Yeah, and this is through the Boast program. So
Yes.
if you get into the Boast program and you want to race one of the OWSA boats, anyway, take her away.
Okay, so Melissa's scrolling for me, I think, right? Mel? Anyway, anyway, sorry, I'm kind of flustered here. Anyway, but basically you'll need to be vetted through either Melissa will have her things for Boast or I can help. And that we know all that you're following these guidelines, and this can all be found on the OWSA website. So if you want to be a skipper for racing, you can look and see what you need to do to meet those requirements. And then you can either text me, Skipper Vetter at OWSA.net, or get a hold of Mel. And is this just for the Boast one, Melissa?
Yeah, this is the skipper requirements for the Boast program.
Okay, so do we want to go through them? I don't. Okay, so do you want to talk about it, Mel, or am I talking about this part?
No, you can do it.
Oh, okay. So the skipper must be a Boast participant approved for racing and attend the OWSA race clinic. It's really important that we all know that we're all on the same page and safe, and that you know enough about racing and the right of ways and all that stuff to keep you and your crew and the boat safe. Attend the Cisco race clinic, which is one night for about 3 hours, and it's an excellent learning clinic if anybody wants to attend that. Attend the OWSA basic racing knowledge team meeting, and it explains what that is. Be a member of the OCSA, and my mind's gone blank for what that stands for.
Oregon
Oregon
Corinthian
Cruiser.
Sailing Association.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, they're the umbrella organization.
They're the
over
umbrella
racing,
organization that keeps everybody straight. And
over all
anyway,
racing.
yes. And so you will be the responsible one for all crew and the crew recruitment and activities. Anyway, I think they can probably read this on their own, but this is more if you really want to be the skipper for the boat, for
Right.
racing.
And don't let this scare you guys. By the
No.
time you are done with Boast, you will be able to skipper your own boat. That's the whole point of the program.
Yes, thank you for adding that. Yes. And racing's an excellent way to learn more about sailing and things too. So don't let it scare you, but it is important that you know the rules and that you go to a couple of the clinics or things that we put on for racing too, so that you can learn them. And I don't have a whole lot more to say about this. I mean, because I think they can read it themselves, but
I just want to add that the link to sign up for the race clinic is in your chat.
oh, good. That's great. Okay, so
All right, very good. Well, thank you, Nianta. I think
Well,
it might
thank
be
you.
time for another poll question, Christine.
All right. Do we want to are we doing number 2?
Is that the next one in line? Have we done number 2 yet?
We have not.
Let's do it.
Okay. Launching the poll. Should see it on your screen. And we'll share the results at the end.
We forgot the option if you've already said you are going to sign up.
Well, yeah. Oops.
Your proofreader should be fired.
Yeah, we all know who that is.
Does this say, was that you, Karisa?
We just want to know on that, if there's any apprehensions on anybody's part that we could, possibly address. So
I don't see the questions and I still have Sail PDX on my screen,
Yeah, it's because I haven't shut it off. Here, I'll turn it off.
but I can't see the question.
I
It's
can
not
see it.
here.
can you put it back up there, Christine?
Yeah, let me try. Launched it. Might have to end.
Well, you could just tell us. Oh, there you go, Robin.
There we go. So I had to relaunch it. So if y'all who already answered want to answer again, that would be helpful.
Do 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 do.
It wasn't
Do,
relevant.
do, 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 do. Come on, get into it, guys. Do, 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 do.
Nobody's filling it out because they all want to race.
All right. So let's see those results.
All right.
Yes.
So we didn't have as many
Yep.
answers.
We're all worried about COVID. Definitely. So if you don't know if you're experienced enough, you just got to have the basics of sailing down. It's not for brand new people. We don't really teach, in the race clinic how to trim and things like that. But if you have any other questions, if you think you're not experienced enough, contact Nianta and you can work it through with her. So,
Yep.
all right.
Excuse me,
Okay.
Steph. Excuse me.
Oh,
It's
yes.
it's not for brand new people, did I hear?
Well, okay. It's if you're new to racing, it's absolutely for you. But
Okay.
we're not going to teach beginning sailing skills. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's for
And what
it's
about
a beginning racing class. So we just like you to have the basics of sailing down, you know the general terminologies, and I don't know, Gail Taylor, will you chime in for me here? I believe that if somebody has taken one of the basic sailing classes, of course they probably haven't gotten out on the water yet. Just as far as what kind of I think a lot of it depends on the person, but what's your thoughts, Gail? Because you teach the beginning classes.
And you're right that to be really successful in the clinic, you have to know how to tack and jibe, or at least these are the sheets that I use to tack and jibe. And you have to know what's upwind and what's downwind. Otherwise, it can get a little hard for the skipper or the owner of the boat. They can't be teaching basic sailing skills. They want to teach racing, and they're different things.
That's true.
So yes,
So,
very good
yeah.
explanation. So
can I offer something there too? Is
please,
that
Jen.
if someone were to take Gail Taylor's 5-week class and volunteer for OWSA, they would be considered in the Boast program, and that would allow them to learn how to sail. And then, training wheels would take them to racing. I don't know. I learned to skipper. I was skippering by June or July. And so I could have raced, but I got on somebody else's boat, which is how that went. And so there's a possible progression. It just depends on how you are, but maybe there are different steps. So if anybody's interested in or has any questions about that, you can reach out to any one of us.
Yeah. And as Jen said that, she was skippering by June. You don't have to be the skipper. You don't have to have those skippering skills. You just basically need to be able to crew, and as Gail said, know how to trim and jibe and, the basics of skill. Yes, Gail, go ahead. I saw your hand up there.
I forgot.
Oh, bummer. Menopause.
Yeah.
Menopause.
So in that case, somebody who joined, did the class, if they were brand new to sailing and joined the class and did the Boast program and learned how to sail and tack and jibe, then they could get on a race crew and have a lot of fun this year. Just bang it out.
That's how I started with racing.
Yeah. Gail remembers. Quick, before she forgets.
Am I live?
You're live, girl.
So you could call a skipper and say, these are my skills. Are you ready? Can you take me on? Because also is whether or not the skipper has that. They have to be comfortable too. The skipper has to be comfortable too. So that's part of the plan. And if you've taken the basic class and you still have never been on a boat, then it's really good to get a year of Wednesday night sailing under your belt.
Yes.
And then take it. Or the Boast program.
Yeah.
Do that. That's awesome.
But if you've been out several times, you feel you have a good, handle of tacking and jibing and, know the basic points of sail, yeah, you'd probably be eligible for the race clinic. We're not going to force you into skipper or, anything like that. It's just getting to know racing. So just having some basic skills under your belt, come on out for the race clinic. I think we'll be good, but not brand new. Yep. Okay. Any other comments on that before we go on? Okay.
Well, Ellen has one.
Ellen, yes.
Yeah, are you going to talk about the Sail PDX resources, Steph?
You know what? You are a great segue. because I'd like to introduce our next person on the board, which is Miss Amber Diaz. Amber has joined OWSA in 2016. She started racing. Oh, yeah, she started racing on the Dewdrop End too, just like Kathleen did. After her first summer of Wednesday night sales, after becoming hopelessly addicted, she worked on learning all she could about racing by crewing on La Dolce Vita in cruising class on Cisco Thursday nights in summer and sailing on Sundays through the winter. She also spent a few years racing on a Martin 241 on Tuesday nights, where she learned and fell absolutely in love with the foredeck position. Last year, Amber joined the South Sound Sailing Society, where she trimmed spinnaker on a 40-foot CNC 121 out of Olympia. She can't wait for the end of COVID when she can stop racing from her couch and get back out on the water. So, Amber, good to see you here, and appreciate everything. You're going to walk us through Sail PDX.
Yeah, thanks, Steph.
Yeah.
Definitely excited for hopefully more racing. I'm sick of racing on my couch, that is for sure. But what I'm going to go over tonight is the excellent resources that are on Sail PDX that Alan alluded to. And I think this will answer some of the questions that people had about, if I'm not in a fleet, how do I get signed up? So Melissa's going to drive for me. We're going to go to the resources on the main Sail PDX page. And under resources is crew lists. If you click on crew lists, this is where you can post an ad for yourself. Or if you're, so if you hit that resources, perfect. You can post an ad for yourself as crew if you're looking for a boat, or you can post as a boat looking for crew. So if we click, let's look at one of the ads, skippers looking for crew, or the crew list. You can see there's a bunch of fields to fill out and some examples in the crew list. You can see what people have filled out. So these are people who don't have a boat. They're looking to get on a boat and start racing. And there's more than just racing here. There's opportunities for cruising or racing or both, whatever you're interested in. You're going to rate yourself on your experience. So you can be beginner, intermediate, or advanced. You can list what positions you have raced in before or what experience you have. And this is basically a way for skippers to find you as crew. So similar to the OWSA crew list finder, this doesn't match you up automatically with people, but provides your contact information so that those skippers can reach out to you. Or so you can reach out to skippers, so you can peruse the boat list and find who's looking for crew and see if it's a good fit. So I think this is a really great way to get into racing. And it's a way that you can explore new boats, different fleets, so beyond just what's available through the OWSA network.
Hey, Amber, let me interject just real quick.
Yeah.
So you guys, if you are a beginner, don't worry about just put down there, I am, very willing to learn. You don't have to have, X amount of experience. Yep, here's a beginner right here. So just like I say, don't feel hesitant if you haven't done racing, to just put yourself as a beginner and get on there. That's how you get on.
Absolutely. So some other resources on this website, again, so this is kind of the umbrella. The OSCA is the Oregon Corinthian Sailing Association. It's the umbrella organization for racing in the whole area. So if we go to the racing tab up at the top, we're going to show you a few more items. So under event notice and registration right there, we'll click that and you can see all of the different types of races. We're going to look at the Sailing on Sunday series as an example. So you can click the details link in the details column. This will give you details of a specific race. So the dates, the times, the registration fee, that would be for the boat. eligibility instructions, all of the different details that you would need should be here. Some other, let's go back out. We'll look at the notice board. Yep, perfect. So this notice board shows whether the races are going to be on schedule or not. And about 48 hours before the race, they're going to list which pennant you'll be racing in. So if you do get hooked up with a boat, or if you're one of the skippers who decides to go out and sign up to race, this is where you're going to get all of the information about each race, what pennant, what fleet you're in. And then the last piece of information that's on that same board is the registration link. So if you click the register, this one's, you can see who's already registered, but there's another link there that you can click to register, to sign yourself up and register your boat. Yeah, awesome. So this will have all of the information that's needed, the fees to get yourself signed up for your first race. So there's some other excellent resources on this website. I think everybody should get on, peruse it yourself, but some others that I'll point out also under that racing tab, you can see there's the racing fleets, there's race results. So you can check out the results and see who's winning. If you have some friends on competitor boats, you can go in and see who's beating who at the Sailing on Sunday. It's a fun way to kind of keep up and see what's going on. You can see how many different boats are sailing in these races. So these are a lot of the boats that you could be racing against or that you could be racing on. There are a lot of boats out here that might have OWSA skippers that you could do some Wednesday night sailing with them and see if they're interested or looking for racing crew.
Here's Thirsty right here. This is our man Alan's boat.
It's a fast boat.
Oh, there's Wild Women. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a really great resource. It's an excellent tool. And then the last thing that was on here is under the events calendar. And I think we kind of touched on some of these events already. All events, yeah. So this is the same slide that Kathleen looked over, but I think Steph was talking about how you can click on there, and then they have see more details down at the bottom. So if you're looking for a little more information and how to sign up for each of these different items on the event calendar, this is how you would do it. All Zoom, all free, yay. Any questions about the Sail PDX site?
Go back to the main page, Mel. And if any of our experienced racers out there have, speak up if you can think of something else that you think would be good to cover.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, Alan?
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to mention to the beginners, people who haven't raced before, you have two kinds of skippers out there who are racing. You have some skippers are win at any cost. And the most important thing to them is winning the race. And so if you try to get on a boat like that, if you're a beginner, they probably won't take you. But then there are skippers like me whose priorities are different. Safety first, fun second, and winning is a third priority. And I take beginners as well as advanced people. Lita Anderson, for instance, I met on Wednesday Night Sail about 4 years ago, and she's been crewing for me ever since. She even did Oregon Offshore with me a couple of years ago. Katie Braun has been crewing for me this year on Sailing on Sundays, Catherine Elsesser, and then a new OWSA member, Kate Fitkin, who used to sail on the Great Lakes, very experienced racer. So there are all kinds of people. So don't be afraid to put your name out there and ask to crew on a boat. And if they're not interested because you don't have the experience, that's not a big deal. You just find some other boat where skippers don't mind you not having experience.
Yeah, Alan mentioned the Wednesday night sales. That's often, definitely, you're new to OWSA, get involved in the Wednesday night sales. That's how I think most everybody meets the skippers out there. And a lot of the skippers that do participate in Wednesday night sales are racers. Some are not, but Wednesday night sale is an extremely valuable program. So, okay. Anything else on the Sell PDUX website? Yes, Gail Taylor. Go ahead, Gail.
So if you get on, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you get on a boat and it maybe isn't a ton of fun for you, then finish out the series and then do your best ever and then look for something else, because not everybody matches every boat. So it just takes time to find the boat that works for you.
All right.
Another trick is on a race night, be down on the dock, because a lot of times skippers lose crew and they need somebody and they'll take whoever's there.
Good suggestion.
Linda?
Yeah, I got on a boat. I got on a boat doing that one time. I hadn't gone sailing in years and years and years, and I was about to get divorced. And I said, I really want to go sailing. I found my life jacket. I found my gloves. I went down to Willamette Sailing Club on race night, and I said, need crew? And I was on a boat.
Good going.
Awesome. Okay, well let's
Linda?
keep oh, was there something else?
Yeah, so to bottom line it, the way I look at it is, if you can't spell the word sailing, what you need to be doing is taking as many OWSA classes as you can, getting as much experience as you can. Wednesday night sales. So like what Gail Taylor says, when somebody says pull on the port jib sheet, you're not standing around going, let me look that up in a book. Okay. So once you can spell sailing and you know what sailing is and you think you might be interested in racing, by all means sign up for the race clinic, because it is like one of the safest places you guys are ever going to learn how to race. The other place, you've already mentioned it, that is all about teaching, Monday nights at Island Sailing. If you want to start racing with them, they are all about helping people in a good, non-yelling environment, most of them, to race. So I would say don't let all these layers confuse you, but just get your practice with OWSA, Wednesday night sales, Saturday sales, take the race clinic, and then, head on down to Island Sailing, get on a boat if you can. And what happens is, the more you get out there, Melissa is exactly right. Every time you go out on Wednesday night sail, you're going to meet people. You're going to find out people that you want to sail with. And honestly, you're going to find out people that you would not want to get on a boat with them again. Build your network, ask around. But seriously, if you at least think you've got a little experience and you think you might be interested in racing, I would suggest signing up for the race clinic. It's definitely the way to go.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Linda. I think we kind of we're going to move on. We got more to cover. Good comments, everybody. I appreciate all the feedback. So the next member of our board is Karisa Bohus. She called me last year. She had this radical idea about trying to communicate during COVID and the pandemic. And so this program that she's come up with, it's called Doc Talk. And Karisa, why don't you tell us a little bit more about this new cool thing you got going, girl?
Cool. So I forget what I said for my racing bio. I was going to be surprised.
Hold on.
Okay.
Nope. In 2015, she had a Boast boat. She was on Hood View, a Ranger 20, and was told that she needed to show up and host a crew for the race clinic. Miss Jan Burkhart was the boat mentor, and that was Carisa's first race. So 2 years later, Julie Demery wanted to race and she needed some crew, and so she volunteered. She raced the next couple of years on OWSA Rangers with rotating crew, whoever was in town. She also subbed on La Dolce Vita and Wild Heart for races. Last year, she got on Wild Women, a Martin 24 owned by On Your Mark, and has been racing her in the SOS this year. Okay, proper introduction.
Thank you. Yeah, I was like, what did I say? So yeah, I wanna I wanna do a shout out to Jan for that first time that I was on a race boat. I would have never done that in a million years, but I was ordered to, so I did. And Jan was really smart. She gave me a very important job, which was the timer. And so I was the one who held a watch and went 4 minutes. And that's all I did. And so it was a really low cal intro to racing. So since then, I've raced a little bit. And one of the things I want to recommend is that people keep a log and write down everybody's name and the times that you went out, what the conditions were, what you learned. I did that the first several years, and it was really valuable to look back and reflect and go, who was that person? And then I had their phone number right there. So Doc Talk, I have been working on this concept for about 3 years because I don't know why we are not on the sports page and we're featured on TV because we have such great, beautiful races out there on the river. And I went to KBOO. I was a volunteer at KBOO, and I started taping what I thought would be my concept for Doc Talk. And I realized it was going to be a huge amount of work, and I wasn't really sure if I was up to it. And then COVID happened, and I realized that I miss talking to people on the dock after the race, because right now you go out and race, you come back to the dock, and you're not allowed to socialize anymore. But I got a lot of advice on the dock after the races by going around and apologizing to people about almost hitting them and asking them, what did I do wrong? And then they would be so patient with me and explain everything. And everybody is very generous with their time. And so I started thinking about, I missed that. And I thought, oh, I'm going to revive my idea about this show. And so now I have, it takes about 9 people per episode to do it. And I did a pilot show last August. I thought it held together as a concept. And so I'm going to do 4 shows during the spring race season. It's going to be like week 1, week 3, week 5, and then week 6. So kind of build up the suspense at the end. And so it's a live podcast. And it's built into 3 segments. So the first segment is a bunch of departments. It's about 2 or 3 minutes per person. And we go over like race rules, race flag, just one race rule, one race definition, one race flag, weather conditions, and the race course. And then the middle section is race reviews. It's going to be women talking about their most recent race. So that week's race. And then the third segment is a deeper dive, about 10 minutes. One person who's a good racer is going to explore some aspect of the race. There are 2 station breaks, and I'm looking for sponsorship for those station breaks. And if you want to be involved, write to, well, you can, I have a whole bunch of different emails. Do I have doctalk@owsa.net yet, Melissa? Okay. I'm boat wrangler.
That's a question for Lita.
Oh, Lita.
I think I set you up. I'm just going to check real quick. I can let you know in about 1 minute.
Okay. So you might be able to write to doctalk@owsa.net, otherwise boatwrangler@owsa.net. And I'm just going to see how it goes for one race series. If it makes sense, I'll do the next race series, but just one series at a time and one show at a time. So if you don't want to race because of COVID, you might want to tune in. It's going to be Sunday nights. The first one is going to be April 25th. That's the first week of racing. So people will have raced on Tuesday and Thursday, and I'll have, that show ready. 7:00, it's about an hour. And then for about a half an hour afterwards, we're just going to have free chat. So we can actually, see each other's face and talk about racing and what happened.
Cool. It
So-
sounds like fun to me.
Are you saying that it'll be on KBOO?
No, I just like 3 years ago, I was like just working with this concept. So no, it'll be on Zoom. It'll be on OWSA Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it actually does function pretty well as a audio podcast. Because you could listen to this and not see anything, I think, and it would still come across pretty well. But there will be video.
All right. Well, very good. Great
And
idea.
just real quick, there is an email, doctalk@owsa.net, so that's available for anyone that wants to reach out to Karisa for more information or anything regarding her Doc Talk podcast.
Yeah, 9 people per show. I need you.
All right. Well, thank you, Karisa.
Thanks.
And hey, let's throw up another poll, Christine.
Alrighty.
We're narrowing down here.
That's an awesome idea, Karisa. Good job.
All right, question number 3 coming at you. And the votes are coming in.
I gotta say something about the person who proofed that question. So you have people writing to me if they want to be. Okay. Cool.
You proofed it.
I was gonna say it's all your fault, Karisa.
Yeah. Because you're in charge of mentors and boats. Well, we haven't talked about that yet, but. Okay, so whenever we get close, Christine, let's throw those results up and we'll move into our final segment tonight.
Awesome. It's pretty slowed down, so I think I'm going to end the poll and share the results.
Okay. There's a few Nianta that don't know if they qualify, so whoever you are, get a hold of Nianta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. And thank you for loving our presentation. Okay, let's move on. That's good. Thank you, Christine. Okay, so just so you know, I'm going to talk about this year's race clinic and what we're doing. So I kind of see it. It's like a race clinic on steroids this year. Since we didn't get to have one last year, I just had a lot of time to put some thought into it. So I'm just going to give you a basic rundown of everything that you're going to get for your $60, which it's quite an amazing deal. But so what I'm going to start with, so we're going to have, there's a total of 7 different sessions in this year's race clinic. So the first session, it's going to be a virtual meeting via Zoom, and we're going to cover everything, what to expect when you get out on the race course. So we're going to be talking about the committee boats, the flags, the signals, the course board. At that first meeting is when we're going to match you up with your boat, because sessions 4, 5, 6, and 7 are all out on the water. And so you get some practical. So that's the first one. And I just wanted to mention that for our Chalk Talk presentation, Miss Mary Hartel is going to be our moderator for that portion of our talk. Now, let me just give you a little background what Mary has done, how involved she is in racing. So she is a certified ASA basic keel boat sailing instructor. She has numerous offshore races under her belt, including just a few of, this is just a few of what she's done. So she was involved in the 2008 Atlantic Rally, where she raced on a Challenger 72 for 18 days from the Gran Canaria, Spain to Rodney Bay in St. Lucia. She's participated every year in the Oregon offshore from Astoria to Victoria, BC for the past 11 years, minus last year. Most recently in 2018, she spent 18 days double handing a J105 for 13 days from San Francisco to Hawaii in the Pacific Cup. And so, yeah, she's and okay. In addition, you know, she's just done numerous. She really likes the open water racing. But she's also made numerous trips along the West Coast from Victoria, British Columbia to San Francisco, delivering boats as well as chartering boats in Scotland and Antigua, West Indies. So overall, Mary's logged about 15,000 ocean miles while racing and delivering boats. So we get to have her for a night. So she's going to be presenting our Chalk Talk. So that's session 1 of our race clinic. And actually session 2 is going to be, it's also on the water. But what this is session 2 is just, it's a meetup for you to get together with the skipper and, you know, crew member. And, you know, we're going to be limiting the number of people on the boat. So it's, you know, to try to, you know, keep COVID safe. So you may just have, if it's a smaller boat, you know, you may just have a skipper and maybe one other crewmate. But you're going to meet up with them. It's a Sunday, and that just happens to be the same day as the OWSA Tropical Dreams beer can race. So just a fun day out on the water. You guys are all going to get together, go out there, get to know each other, and then jump into the OWSA, the Tropical Dreams beer can race. So for session 3, we're going to head back to the virtual classroom, and it's going to be an introduction, really basic introduction to the racing rules. And this is going to be presented by our own local, he's a U.S. sailing national judge and a regional umpire, Craig Daniels. He's going to be conducting this session for us. He is a very, very knowledgeable. He's got some really cool tools that he can project boats onto his screen and show the marks. And we're going to go over some, you know, basic mark roundings are usually the ones that can oftentimes stymie people the most. And then, okay, so after Memorial Day, we're going to sessions 4, 5, and 6. They're all going to be on the water. And they're going to be practice sessions for racing, where the first session, we're just going to practice starts, and we're going to go by the course board, figure out what the courses are. They're going to change each time. And then, okay, so the on the waters sessions 4, 5, and 6, they're the first Mondays in June. And anyway, so what we're going to do after that, I'd always thought it would be an advantage to kind of have a debrief. So after each of those first 3 Monday nights in June, it's just an optional Zoom session for everybody. If you've got questions about what went on the water, we're going to offer a Zoom session, like maybe probably 2 days or so after the on the water session. And the grand finale for the race clinic this year is going to be, you're going to, with your skipper and your teammate, you're going to actually participate in the women's regatta, which is an actual race put on by OWSA. And so how does that sound? That sounds like a pretty awesome race clinic, I think. Anyway.
That's amazing.
Here's a bonus. So the first 5 people that go in and sign up, we're going to put your names in a hat, and you're going to get your the cost of your entrance fee for the race clinic cut in half. So first 5 people to sign up. Yep. And so, and just so you guys know, if for some reason COVID, you know, gets worse, it's not going to. We won't say it will. But if something came up, you would get your money back. So, but it's really invaluable to us to be able to kind of have an idea how many people we're going to have. So the earlier you can register, the more you'll make us happy. So anyway, I'm going to cut it off right there. And I really want to thank, I can't believe we got like almost 40 people here.
Steph,
Just a second. I want to thank everybody for coming out. And yes, Karisa.
Steph, you already have people signed up. They've
Okay. Well, you better go fast if you want in that first 5. So,
And just
okay.
remember, guys, we've got a lot of boats that are willing to go out there.
Oh
and
yeah.
Get
And
everybody on. So
we'll
there
be
should
able
be
to
no
do
problem.
it safely because there's no problem getting boats. We're going to be able to get boats, and even if we only have 3 people on a boat, as long as we can operate that boat safely, that's a consideration. So, okay, well, I'm going to go to Christine first and just ask Christine. I know there's been a ton of chat going down. Did you notice, just in case somebody put in a question early on, let's just start asking some questions here. But was there anything, Christine, that you noticed in chat that we need to maybe address first?
I think most of the questions I've seen were addressed in chat, but I think, and you just recently did this, but just a lot of the questions surrounded the race clinic, like how much it's costing, when it is, and where they can find the info. A lot of that's in chat. So if anyone still needs that information, just post in chat and we can kind of address it again.
Okay.
But it looks like a lot of people were answering that.
Okay, and indulge me. I forgot we have one more poll to do, right, Christine?
Yes, we do.
Yes, one more important
Number
poll.
4. All right, I'll launch that now and then I'll review the chat a little bit more.
Okay.
We need music.
Da, 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 ba-da-da-da.
I love it.
Is there a way to add a comment?
Christine?
Okay.
On the poll, no, but if you
go ahead and
listen
comment
back
right
or-
now, Alice. What's
Yeah.
your comment? We're done. We're up for questions.
If I don't have a boat, but I might be willing to skipper,
You can come out on my boat, Alice. Take my boat out.
Put your name down. We can sign you up as a mentor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We would totally love that.
Okay.
All right, I think we're just about done. I'll give it a couple more seconds, but one of the
Okay.
other questions was just, do you have to be in Boast to race?
Negative.
Cool.
No.
Boast is just one way that, potentially that if you get into the Boast program, those sometimes the boats are available if you get a team together, if you're interested in it.
All right, and I will send y'all the results.
What's this? You could just pay $10 extra and become an OWSA member?
Yeah, I think Jen, did you put that out?
Yeah,
Yes, I did. So I did. So there is a member price and a non-member price for the race clinic. And the member price is $60 and the non-member price is $100. So if you're not a member, you could just pay, the membership fee is $50 for a year. So if you're not a member, you could just pay the $10 difference and enjoy all the benefits of being connected. And
so you get your membership.
Get the discount. Yeah, you get the membership
and the clinic for $50.
No, you get the membership and the clinic for it's $110 total.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, but if if you're not a member and you buy the race clinic, then it's $100, and then if you decide to become a member, then it's $50 more. So you'd be saving money if you think we're cool enough.
Membership and the membership amount. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So if you think we're cool enough, get the discounted price and become a member.
So somebody's trying to sign up and they're having a problem signing up for the race clinic. Look in the chat, I think. Is that
you, Miko?
Oh, no.
Oh.
It says I am having trouble signing up for the clinic on the OWSA site. Has it, but other people have signed up. So
I tried to sign up yesterday. It looks like didn't go through. So should I try it again?
Yes, try it again, Michiko, because for some reason or another, the link was broken and I fixed it right at the top, right at the beginning of this meeting. So it's working now.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So sign up right away. People are doing
I'll
it
do
now.
that.
Perfect.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
thank you.
Okay, well, thanks, Stephanie and your crew, Stephanie, Kathleen, Colleen, Melissa, Neonta, Amber, Karisa, and Stephanie, thanks for all of your input and valuable information. It was really well done and very enjoyable and also inspiring. And just wondered if there were some new members here that would like to just introduce themselves and maybe how they heard about OWSA, or if not, just welcome. We'd like to say hi to you. Would anyone like to go first?
Well, I can reintroduce myself. I've been on and off OWSA member since I think 2005 or early 2000s or so, on and off. So I rejoined and look forward to be out in the water again. So
yeah. Great, would love to have you back.
And my name is Barry. Yeah, thank you,
Barry. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for being here today. Robin?
You got to unmute yourself, Robin.
I was saying hi to Barry. I remember her.
Oh.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, I think we sailed together.
Yes.
Wednesday night sail, probably. Yeah.
I can say hi. I'm Gwen. I am from Seattle and moved here 2 months before the pandemic hit. Yay! And I've been, sailing on the Puget Sound and all the lovely lakes up there, and I'm really excited to get into river sailing. And I found out about OWSA on, I think I joined the Facebook group, and then yeah, I'm super excited to join you all this summer and spring and get back on the water.
All right. Well, thanks. Great.
Welcome.
So hi.
Welcome, Gwen. Nice to see you.
I'm Caroline, and I'm quite new to sailing. I've done a couple of sailing courses over the years, but then had kids, so I had a big break from doing any sailing. I've just been down in Florida last week and did my ASA 101 through 104. So I've got the basics back. Can't wait to sort of start doing some racing and get out on the water, practice what I've been learning. So I've just signed up for the race clinic. I'm going to be away for the very first one. So I'm wondering, because it's online, is there a way that we could just do like a recording and I can catch up, or?
Yeah, we'll figure something out. There's definitely I think there's Christine, I think we can record our Zoom stuff, can't we?
Yeah, yes, we can record Zoom stuff, and we'll figure out maybe it sounds like with all the videos coming up more recently, we might want to look into getting like a hosting or just maybe on YouTube or something. So we'll figure that out before.
Yeah.
But yeah, Caroline, that's not a problem. We'd love you to be there for the experience, but if stuff happens in life, so that's okay. Stay signed up, and maybe just as a reminder, I mean, we'll be in touch later, but drop an email just reminding us that you wouldn't be able to attend that first time.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. But yeah,
welcome, Carolyn.
Meet you all. Thank you.
Yes, nice to meet you. Welcome to OWSA.
Thank you.
I'll say hello. My name's Amanda. I'm very new to this. I started in September with sailing on Sundays. It was the first time I'd ever been on a sailboat, or really kind of a boat besides a canoe. So, and I just really, it's helped me get through this crazy winter and year. So I just want to keep going. I'm looking forward to meeting some of you.
Excellent. Welcome.
We're glad to have you, Amanda. Thank you.
Amanda, are you signed up for my class?
I am, yeah.
Are you
You
going to
will
sign
love
up for,
Gail.
are you thinking about the race clinic too, Amanda?
I am also.
Yeah, if you've done sailing on Sundays, you've got, the basic down and you get that Gail Taylor stuff in you, you're good to go.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Be the next.
Yeah, it's going to be a good class.
Nothing like that Gail Taylor stuff, I tell you.
That Gail Taylor stuff. Oh,
good.
Real quick, I forgot to tell you one thing about the race clinic this year. As Katie would have said, we're actually working on opening up a store through Cafe Press that we're going to have all sorts of stuff, right, Katie? So t-shirts, hats, and it's going to be a race clinic logo, a special one for this year. So more to come on that. Yeah, lots of good stuff.
Yay, I'm a sucker for swag.
Yeah, bring on the bling.
Yeah.
But they got cool products there. You can get coffee mugs or mouse pads or aprons, and so all sorts of stuff we'll try to put in this store and be saying this cool little OWSA race clinic for
Yeah,
2021.
I already got too many t-shirts and hats.
Oh, come on. This one's going to be cool.
No, but I mean, that's why it's great to have the other stuff.
Right. Oh, we gotcha. Yeah. So any other questions from anybody about anything related to racing and or OWSA? Everybody ready for bed, a cocktail and head off?
Cocktail.
A nightcap.
The last thing I'll say, could I say one more thing? And I am so proud of everybody here that I wanted to cry at the beginning of this meeting. So I want to say thank you all so much for all of your effort in paying it forward and sharing the love of sailing to others. And just wanted to make sure that I reiterate that if anybody is interested in the race clinic, you get a great deal if you pay for membership first and then buy the race clinic, or pay for the membership first and then buy a class, because you'll get a discount on those. That's all.
Okay. And thanks, Jen, for monitoring the chat so well, and Karisa too. So,
yeah.
Well, I guess we'll say good night and hope to see everyone on the water.
All right.
Okay,
good night, everybody.
Thank you. Great job. Nice.
Yeah,
nice
good job. Thanks,
Thanks,
Stephanie and crew.
Good
Race
night,
crew.
all.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.